I have no idea what Nintendo was thinking when going through with this decision. As of March 27, 2023, it will no longer be possible to make purchases on Wii U or 3DS. Already, as of May 23rd this year, credit card use on those systems has ended, and now until August 29th you can only add funds using eShop cards. After that, it will no longer be possible to add funds, period. But download codes can still be redeemed until the day the eShop shuts down. Pokemon Bank will also become permanently free to use, but no further downloads of it will be possible, as well as Poke Transfer. It's become abundantly clear that Nintendo hates game preservation. They actually denied obligation to preserve all that legacy content. Once the 3DS and Wii U eShop shut down, all those games, apps, and even paid DLC will just be simply lost in the void, never to be purchased again. Game preservation is in trouble, and Nintendo is actively fighting against it, and yet they wonder why piracy is on the rise. They're trying to push us all into a subscription service future where we can no longer own classic games, which are drip-fed, meaning we only get like a few every few months. Boy, when Nintendo Switch Online expansion pack first launched, it was such a mess, it's unreal. Nintendo really wants Virtual Console to be a thing of the past because they think a subscription service is so much better. They want to keep drip-feeding classic games we can no longer own and refuse to provide all that legacy content for us in a much more convenient way so that the player doesn't have to resort to piracy, which Nintendo so thoroughly despises. Nintendo even said, "We currently have no plans to offer classics in other ways. Now don't pirate our games." It's going to take some regulation to step in to stop these big companies from preventing all those games from being preserved. With game preservation in trouble because of what Nintendo's doing, this is exactly why I am pro-retro piracy. If Nintendo wants legacy content to be lost in the void once the eShop shuts down, they can suck it. Nintendo needs to get the hint that they are the reason piracy is on the rise, because they refuse to provide a legal alternative to ROMs, apart from their dreaded drip-feeding subscription service, which they're so heavily invested in becoming the future of classic gaming. This is exactly why we should be afraid of an all-digital future, especially once the online store ceases to exist and games can no longer be purchased.